Hi, Heritage Village. We'd like to welcome you to our very first production of News on 14. I'm Edie Gilmore.
I'm Robert Nolfi.
And with summer right around the corner, we'd like to talk about some of the exciting things that will be happening in the village. For instance, did you know that the yoga dance class is going to be moved outside? It will be in the River Gardens. What a beautiful place to do yoga and some freestyle dancing and some meditation while looking up at the beautiful blue sky. The air is lovely, it's fragrant, and the surroundings are wonderful. I think you will really enjoy it. There's no need to sign up. Just show up. The classes are $5 and they'll be in July 7th through July 28th at 9:30 in the morning. Rob, what else is happening in the village this summer?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because there's Aqua Fitness with Denise. And that's a complete workout for swimmers and non-swimmers. It's a strengthening, flexible exercises that take part in the shallow and the deep ends of the pool. And the pool is going to be the Shady Glen pool. And there'll be supplied flotation devices for all those people who are going to be at the deep end of the pool. It's taught by Denise Walsh, who is an Aqua Fitness professional with the Aquatic Exercise Association, and she also teaches at Post University. So it's going to be at Pool 3, Shady Glen, and then there's a beginning level and an intermediate level. Session 1 is Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and that starts June 25th and ends on July 27th. The intermediate is from 7:45 to 8:45 a.m., and the beginner is 8:45 to 9:45 a.m. Session 2 is Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and that starts July 30th and ends on August 24th. Session 1 is $75 per person, and Session 2 is $75 per person. And when you do the math, you got to pay the $75. But when you do the math, it's only $6.25 a class. Edie, anything else?
Yes, something really, really exciting is coming that I've been waiting for since I moved here 3 years ago. Ballroom dancing. The instructor, Christian Lang, is from Germany. He is a champion. He's won very many championships, and he'll be teaching wonderful dances like the waltz, the tango, the mambo, the rumba, the cha-cha, and several others. So if you think you might be interested, there will be a demonstration on June 25th in Sarah Cook Hall at 6:30. So why don't you come and check it out? You might really like it. The cost is only $90 for the 5 sessions, and it will be on Monday nights at 6:30.
One more thing about that. If you do the math again, and I'm not telling you you can only pay this when you start the session because it's $90, but when you do the math, it's only $18 a class.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. I'm going to take it.
I'm going to take it too.
Well, good for you. We'll be partners.
Alrighty then.
All right.
What else, Rob? What else is happening?
Well, the library. It's going to have summer hours.
Oh.
And those are beginning in June, this month. And it ends on Labor Day. There's going to be some evening times, which are going to be 6:30 to 7:30, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And of course, they're still going to have their regular hours, which are Monday to Saturday, 10 to 12, and 2 to 4. And then Sunday is going to be 2 to 4. Edie?
Sounds good.
I know, but I got to ask you.
Yes.
Have you read anything lately?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I just finished a book called The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. It's a wonderful book about life through a dog's eyes, and it will give you a lot of insight into your pet that you might never have even thought in your wildest dreams about before. And it's very, very sensitive and heartwarming, and it's just about the most beautiful book I've ever read in my life. You will cry at the end, yes you will, but it's a good kind of crying, and it will make you feel really, really good. I recommend it to everybody.
I read it, ladies and gentlemen, and I got to tell you, it was a great book. And what's nice about that book is that she's right. It's through a dog's eyes, but it teaches us how to be humans. So definitely read the book.
And speaking about dogs, just a little reminder, very, very important. June is Dog Licensing Month. And I know that there are a lot of people here in the village with dogs, because I walk around the ponds all the time and I see all the most wonderful dogs I've ever seen. And you can get the license anytime during June at Town Hall. That's at 501 Main Street. You can do it by mail or in person. And it's very, very important. So please try to get that done.
You got something else to ask me, Edie?
Anything else, Rob?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. Ladies who lunch, it's a staple, but we all do this, even the men, but this is for just you ladies. Ladies who lunch, there's one coming up. July 6th at the outstanding Rainbow Gardens, and that's at 177 North Broad Street, Milford, Connecticut. And you can choose from numerous entrees. There's a food, bar, beverages, only $23.95. What you have to do is you meet at the Fireside Lounge by 11:30 a.m. for directions and carpooling. And if you have any questions and you want to make the reservations, which I think you should, you call Thelma Oppenheimer at 264-8333. And remember, that's the night of that's July 6th, but remember, the night of July 6th, very important, starts the Neil Simon play at Sarah Cook Hall, California Suite. So you got to get home early for the play. Now those play dates are Friday, July 6th at 7 p.m., Saturday, July 7th at 7 p.m., Sunday, July 8th at 2 o'clock p.m. It's a great play. It's a great price, only $10 per ticket. Where are you going to get that off Broadway or Broadway? And the actors are fantastic. Mwah! I'm in it.
I'm in it too.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
And how are you in it?
Pretty good, actually.
Actually, I think you are.
Thank you.
So hurry up and get your ticket at the activities desk. And those tickets are selling fast. Hi, this is News at 14. And we're interviewing Bert DeForest today, president of the Garden Club. Bert, can I be frank with you?
Oh, of course. Frank and honest. It's good.
Yeah, then I'll be earnest.
Okay.
All right. I got to tell you something. Bert, I met you when I first came to Heritage Village. There was a big ad on that focus door. It said, want to sign up, salute the flag, and you guys, Marvin, and Lionel Schwartz really took hold of me and made me feel welcomed here.
Good.
So I thank
Well,
you
that's
very
what we
much
want
for
to
that.
do.
So, being president of the Garden Club, can you tell me something about being president?
Okay, well, the duties there are to try to keep things going in the right direction. We have a board of governors. We have a vice president of vegetable gardens, a vice president of flower gardens, and a vice president of maintenance, and then other committees that take care of the festivals and the taking care of the gardens around the tool shed and the farmers market and other events that take place during the year. And we have all volunteers to do that. Presently, we have about 250 to 300 members in the garden club. The vegetable plots, there's over 500 vegetable plots.
So can I ask you a question about the vegetable
Sure.
plots? Can you have flowers with vegetables?
No.
Vegetables with flowers?
No, we have flower plots too, and they're in a different area. There's actually 8 garden areas that we have, and a varied amount of plots in each area. Some are across the river near the golf course, across the bridge, and but anyway, there's over 500 vegetable plots and about 60 flower plots. And there are vegetable plots available for anybody that would like to, have one. And also flower plots. There's available plots for the flowers. Now, I presently have 5 vegetable plots. and I plant a variety of vegetables, everything you can think of. Faye has, I think, 5 flower plots, so it keeps us busy every day during the year, weeding and watering, and so it's real good therapy, and the people are always very helpful. They have a lot of good people down there that are very knowledgeable about the gardens and what to do and how to do it. And all you have to do is ask, and everybody obliges and gives them a little help. Walter Kidd is the vice president of vegetable gardens, and he's very knowledgeable too. And he does a really good job keeping things in line, making sure people get their gardens weeded properly and so forth. So it's a really great place, and we have a picnic area where, in fact, today Faye, my wife, brought down our lunch, and we sat at the picnic bench and had our little lunch, so we didn't have to run home and then get back to work. It's been very hot down there the past few days, so you got to be careful that you drink a lot of water, and if you get too tired, you got to get out of the sun. And so early morning, later in the afternoon, when the sun is not so hot, it's a better time during the hot summers. But it's a great place. And
How did it land into the location that it's at now? I mean, there's
well,
so many
years
acres of land
ago, Henry Paparazzi, the builder here, was building Heritage Village, and the gardens are in a floodplain. You're not going to build there because it's a floodplain. You can't build there. Could we have a flower garden, a vegetable garden, or whatever? And he said, okay. So one of the great things about down there is that we have many watering stations with hoses on it, so everybody can water their plots without having to carry any water. The hoses are long enough to reach most every plot, in fact, for that matter. And of course, there's many garden places up in Woodbury and around that we go buy our plants or seeds, or some people like to plant by seed, some people like to plant with the flowers that are already growing up from the greenhouses. And so it's just a lot of fun. And of course, it's good in the summertime. I mean, we've been eating lettuce for the past month every night, pick the fresh lettuce, and it's so good. I mean, it's...
How are the other vegetables this year so far?
How many do I have?
No, well, how are they this year so far?
Oh, everything is growing great. It's been a great growing season so far. Everything is way ahead of schedule.
So we'd like to thank all of you for joining us for our very first show. We hope to see you here again next week, same time, same place. Bye. Have a good
Bye.
week.